Good day, everyone. Today, we are exploring the critical balance of our planet's climate. The Earth warms naturally through a phenomenon called the greenhouse effect. Think of it like a giant thermal blanket. Sunlight enters our atmosphere as a short wave radiation and warms the ground, which then reflect that heat back as infrared radiation. Without gases like carbon dioxide and methane to catch and re-emit this heat, our world would be a frozen wasteland. This natural process is the scientific foundation that allows our society to exist in a hospitable climate. Stability in our climate depends on equilibrium. This is a state where the energy we receive from the sun is perfectly balanced by the energy we release back into space. Under these natural conditions, the Earth maintains a comfortable average temperature of 15 degrees Celsius. If this balance failed, the temperature would plummet to negative 18 degrees, which is far too cold for agriculture or human civilization. These equilibriums serve as a steady baseline for human progress for thousands of years up until technological shifts of the late 70s. In the Philippines, mitigation includes using renewable energy like solar, wind, and hydro to reduce emissions. The government also uses early warning systems and mangrove reforestation to protect communities. This shows that solving climate change requires science, technology, and responsible actions from society. Global warming is mainly caused by excess carbon dioxide from human activities like transportation, electricity use, and waste. These gases trap heat and disrupt Earth's natural balance, leading to climate change. Each individual contributes to carbon emissions, so we must also help to reduce it. Simple actions like practicing the 3Rs, saving electricity, planting trees, and encouraging others can significantly reduce global warming.
Hi everyone, I am Regine Melgo and I will tackle about the greenhouse gas effect. So according to Zillman and Sherwood 2020, the latter is a process that disrupts the equilibrium of the Earth climate due to the increased concentration of the greenhouse gases that increases the global average surface temperature. So that means Earth's atmosphere is composed of 78% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, and 1% of natural greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxides, and halocarbons. So, Industrial Revolution brings new industrial process. Since it started, human activities rapidly increased such as the burning of fossil fuels, more extensive agriculture, and a rapid increase in the world population. So because of the rapid increase in human activity, a significant amount of greenhouse gases was emitted and continue to be emitted to the atmosphere. These emissions lead to an increase in the concentration of atmospheric greenhouse gases that increases the global average surface temperature. So now, let's talk about the differences between natural greenhouse effect and enhanced greenhouse effect. So, the greenhouse effect today is different from the greenhouse effect in the past during the pre-industrial era. So, studies have shown a continuously increasing concentration of atmospheric greenhouse gases, mostly accounted for human activities like burning fossil fuels, vast clearing of lands, and other activities where greenhouse gas emissions are involved. From the start of the Industrial Revolution, research showed an increase of nearly 38% in carbon dioxide and 148% in methane levels in 2019. So, as stated of Lindsay 2020, the global average concentration of carbon dioxide is nearly 409.8 ppm or meaning parts per million. as a new high record in 2019. So this means this increased the concentration of atmospheric greenhouse gases is a primary concern of the scientists at its present. So, additionally, greenhouse gases are compared the present atmospheric that has a high concentration of greenhouse gases than before. Therefore, this implies that more heat energy is absorbed or trapped by these greenhouse gases at present making the Earth's surface warmer, so such as human activity enhance that greenhouse effect. Thus, it is called an enhanced greenhouse effect. With this, it resulted to a global warming which lead to a climate change.
Good day, everyone. To understand climate change, think of our atmosphere as a natural blanket. Greenhouse gases trap heat so our planet doesn't freeze. However, as we move through this era of rapid development, we are adding too many layers to that blanket, causing global temperatures to rise to dangerous levels. Where are these gases coming from? It's not just factories. In the Philippines, our energy and transport sectors are huge contributors. But also, look at our agriculture. Methane from rice fields and livestock plays a big role. When we cut down forests and mismanage our waste, we lost our natural defenses and release even more gases into the air.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Zoe Namramanga. So my topic for today is all about the causes and effect of climate change. So first, before tayo mag-go sa causes and effect of climate change, ako sa explain gamay kung unsa gid ang climate change. So climate change resulted from global warming. As the world's average temperatures continue to rise, it continues to change the climate. As the climate changes, it brings along serious consequences affecting human lives and the environment. The Earth is changing because of the enhanced global warming. Ang global warming gahitabo sa tungod gakainit ang kalibutan. So, samtang kanang gasaka ang temperature sa atong Earth, ga-change pud ang dagan sa ato ang panahon. So, mo na siya ang ginatawag na climate change. Scientists have identified the impact of enhanced global warming such as the following. Number 1, more frequent hot days and fewer cold days. Number 2, more intense heat waves. Number 3, worsening storms, flood, and droughts. Number 4, intensified hurricanes. Number 5, warmer oceans, surface, and temperatures. Number 6, rising sea levels. Number 7, more frequent coastal flooding. Number 8, possible disappearance of island nations. Number 9, accelerated melting of ice sheets and glaciers. Number 10, changes in the growing season of plants. Number 11, disruption of normal ecosystem. Number 12, loss of animal habitat. 13, possible extinction of animals. Some of the projected possible impact of climate change on the human health as outlined by Bautista 2018 include number 1, increased malnutrition and consequent disorders. Number 2, an increase in the number of people suffering and dying from diseases because of heat waves, floods, storms, fires, and drought. Number 3, a continuous changes in the kind of some infectious disease vectors. Number 4, the mixed effect of malaria. Number 5, an increased burden of diarrhea. And number 6, an increased cardiorespiratory disease and death associated with ground level of ozone. What causes it? The main cause is enhanced global warming. Heat gets trapped in the Earth's atmosphere, which messes up the natural weather pattern. This leads to changes like hotter days and stronger heat waves. How does it hurt the environment? Or unsa ang epekto sa climate change sa atoang environment? So sa first, weird weathers, storm, floods, and droughts get worse, and hurricanes are stronger. Second, ocean changes. Seas get warmer, so glaciers and ice melt sheets melt. This makes sea levels rise, causing more coastal flood and putting small islands nation at risk of disappearing. Third, ecosystem trouble. Plant grows at different times. Animal loses their home. How does it hurt people's health? First, less food. Droughts and changing weather make it harder to grow food, so more people don't get enough to eat. Then, second, more sickness and death. Extreme event like heat wave, flood, and storm makes people sick even more cause ang mag-cause gid siya og death. Then, spreading diseases, things that carry diseases like mosquitoes, changing where they live, so illness like malaria spread more. There are also more cases of diarrhea and breathing, heart problems linked to bad air or like ground level ozone. So, mao to siya ang cause and effect sa climate change. Basically, our planet is changing over time, and thus changing everything around us. Climate change affects almost everything from the weather to our health. We all need to learn about it and do our part to protect the planet. Working together can help us make the future safer and healthier for everyone.
Good day everyone. Today we're going to discuss about the climate change and global warming. Global warming is the rise in Earth's temperature caused by greenhouse gases from human activities like burning fossil fuels and forestation. And climate change is the broader result including stronger storms, floods, and changing weather patterns. In short, global warming is the cause, while the climate change is the effect. The impact of climate change and global warming today is through rising temperature, changed weather conditions, and stronger typhoons, and also food shortage. But there's a way to help our Earth. We can help by saving energy, reducing waste, and using clean energy. And also, always remember, climate change is a serious issue, but small actions can make a big difference.
The Philippines is taking this seriously. Under our national plan, we've pledged to reduce our carbon footprint by 75% in the next few years. We aren't just making promises. The government is targeting 23 specific industries to transform how they operate, moving us toward a low carbon future. So how do we reach that 75%? First, we are shifting to renewable energy like solar and geothermal. Second, we are modernizing our transport. Think of the shift to e-jeeps. Lastly, we are planting millions of trees. As mentioned in our chapter on technology and humanity, we must use our tools to protect our well-being, not destroy it. In the end, mitigation is about balance. Technology got us into this mess, but green technology can get us out. By supporting these Philippine policies and being mindful of our own energy use, we use that our development doesn't come at the cost of our home. Let's choose a future where technology and humanity thrive together.
So the last part of chapter 13 is about energy crisis, the definition of energy crisis, and alternative energy sources. Energy is considered as one of the most important input for economic growth. This is because many production and consumption activities rely on energy as the basic input. A sustainable and reliable source of energy can make a country grow and develop. Energy can be derived from two types of sources, the renewable and the non-renewable. Renewable sources of energy include solar, geothermal, hydropower, wind, biomass, and biofuel, which can be refilled naturally in a short period. So materials like wood waste, landfill gas, biogas, ethanol, and biodiesel are renewable energy sources categorized as biomass. On the other hand, non-renewable sources of energy includes oil, natural gas, nuclear energy, and coal, which are directly extracted from the ground in the form of solid, liquid, and gases. So example, liquid petroleum product such as gasoline and diesel fuel that runs transportation, vehicles are produced from crude or crudo, while butane, ethane, and propane are derived from both natural gas and crude oil. So the causes of energy crisis that described by Renkish 2021, it is include the overconsumption, overpopulation, poor infrastructure, unexplored renewable energy option, delayed in commissioning power, wasted of energy, and poor distribution. So let's first talk about the overconsumption. So the overconsumption is about too much use of natural resources. Example of this is the fast fashion. Buying cheaply made clothing designed for short-term use resulting in massive textile waste and pollution. So the next one is overpopulation. So the overpopulation is the vital problem that cause of energy crisis because a steady increase of population increases the demand for fuels and product produced from natural resources. Example of this is the transportation and electricity. So the next one is poor infrastructure. The use of old and outdated power generating equipment by the energy producing firm which are less efficient and cannot meet the world demands of energy. So the next one is unexplored renewable energy option. The fossil fuel dependent economy of many countries, mainly relying on non-renewable resources like coal as the main sources of energy. However, there are other renewable energy options that are yet to be explored, like investing on renewable energy sources are much of advantage over the non-renewable ones. It will not only reduce fossil fuel dependency but also decreases greenhouse gas emissions. The fifth one is delay in commissioning power plant. Commissioning of new power plants can help address the global problem on the world energy supply and demand. But some countries were reported to have experienced a delay in commissioning power plants. So the number six, wasted of energy. The less concern of the people of energy conservation resulted to more energy being wasted. And the last one is a poor distribution system, caused by frequent tripping and breakdown. Therefore, it is important for a country to employ sustainability, prioritize the use of renewable resources over the non-renewable ones, and reduce if not eliminate irresponsible use of non-renewable resources, particularly the natural resource that require a long period to renew naturally once depleted.